Hello students, this is Shantanu sir and our today's class is binomial theorem for class 11 and JEE students. So at first we have to know what is a binomial expression. An algebraic expression containing two terms is called a binomial expression. For example, if I write here a plus b, comma x plus 1 by y, comma 2 by x minus 1 by x square, etc. are binomial expression. Similarly, an algebraic expression containing three terms is called trinomial. So, this is the trinomial expression. In general, expression containing more than two terms are known as a multinomial expression. So, this is also a multinomial expression. In the general form of binomial expression is x plus a, and the expression is x plus a whole to the power n, where n belongs to natural number. This is the binomial expression and this is called binomial theorem. And this theorem was first given by Sir Isaac Newton. And it gives a formula. In earlier classes we have learned about that, like if I write here x plus a whole to the power 0, that's mean 1. X plus a whole to the power 1, that's mean only x plus a. Similarly, x plus a whole square, that's the formula of x square plus 2ax plus a square, and x plus a whole to the power cube, this is the formula of a plus b whole cube, and it's x cube plus 3x square a plus 3x a square plus a cube. So we observe that the coefficient in the above expression follows in a particular pattern is given. Here the coefficient is only 1 and 1. So write here 1 and 1. And above is only 1. Now the coefficient of variable here is 1, here is 2 and here is 1. Now here 1, here 2, here also 1. Now the next coefficient is 1, 3, 3, 1. So this is the coefficient of a plus b whole cube. So we also observe that each row is bounded by 1 on both sides except the first and last. In a row, the sum of the two entries always preceding row. So one on immediate left and others on the immediate right. So one is always immediate left and other one is always immediate right. The above pattern is called Pascal's triangle. Pascal's triangle. Understood everyone? Now if x and a real number, then for all n belongs to natural number, x plus a whole to the power n is equal to, here is the main formula, n c naught x to the power n a to the power 0. Next, always the total sum of the variable will be n, and here x will be decreased and a will be increased. So if x decrease by 1, then it's x minus n minus 1, and a always increase by same, so a should be 1. Next, nc1 x to the power n minus 1 a to the power 1. Next, nc2 x to the power n minus 2 a to the power 2. The sum is n minus 2 plus 2 is n, here also n minus 1 plus 1 n, and so on. Here is the general term NCR x to the power n minus r into a to the power r, and so on. The last term is NCN x to the power 0 and a to the power n. It can be written as a x plus a whole to the power n is equal to summation r is equal to 0 to n, where NCR x to the power n minus r into a to the power r. This is the general form of the main formula. Understood, everyone? Now, using this formula, just try to solve an example from your NCERT book. So here is the first example. Example 1 is expand x square plus 3 by x whole to the power 4. Expand this form. So using binomial theorem, we can write 4. Here is the value of n is 4. So 4c0 x square whole to the power 4 into next plus 4c1 x square whole to the power 3 into 3 by x whole to the power 1. Next 4c2 x square whole to the power 2, and here 3 by x whole square. Next 4c3 x square whole to the power 1 and 3 by x whole to the power cube. And last 4c4 3 by x whole to the power 4. So what is the value of 4c0? The value of 4c0 is only 1. So it's x 2 4s are 8. So only x to the power 8. Next, what is the value of 4c1? It's 4. So 4 into x to the power 2 3s are 6 and into 3 by x plus 4c2. What is the value of 4c2? It's 6 x to the power 4 into 9 by x square plus 4c3 means again it's 4x square into 3 cube means 27 by x cube, and at last 4c4 means again 1 and 3 to the power 4. 3 to the power 4 means 81 by x to the power 4, and the formula of NCR equal to n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. This is the formula. Okay. Now simplify again. Here is x to the power 8 plus here 4 3s are 12. So it's 12, and here is x and here is x to the power 6. So that's mean x to the power 5 plus here 6 9s are 54. 54x square plus here 427, that's mean 108 by x here, and here 81 by x to the power 4. This is our final answer. Understood, everyone? Now you can solve those types of problem of expanded problem. Here is the next question. Using binomial theorem, compute the value of 99 whole to the power 5. So at first you have to write 99 whole to the power 5. So you have to use binomial theorem. So you can't multiply 99 in 5 times. So here you have to write in expanded form of binomial. So 99 can be written as a 100 minus 1 whole to the power 5. Now 100 minus 1 whole to the power 5. So here n is 5. So 5c0 100 to the power 5. Next minus 5c1 100 to the power 4 and 1 to the power 1. Next plus 5c2 100 to the power cube and 1 to the power 2 minus 5c3 100 to the power 2 and 1 to the power cube plus 5c4 100 into 1 to the power 4 and last 5c5 1 to the power 5. Now 100 to the power 5. So right here only 560 means 1 and 100 to the power 5. 100 to the power 5 can be written as a 10 square, so 10 to the power 10. Now 5c1, that's mean only 5, and here 100 to the power 4. 100 to the power 4 can be written as a 10 square and here 4, so it's 10 to the power 8. 5c2 means 10 and 100 to the power cube. 100 means 10 square and here whole to the power cube, that's mean 10 to the power 6 minus 5c3. 5c3 means also 10 and 100 square means 10 cube. 10 square 10 4 sorry, it's 10 4 and 5c4, that's mean only 5 into 100 means 10 square and last 5c5 means 1. Now here 100 to the power 10 to the power 10, here 10 to the power 10, here is 10 to the power 7, so plus 10 to the power 7, so write all the positive term. Here is 5 into 10 square, that so write here 5 into 10 square and minus 5 into 10 to the power 8, 5 into 10 to the power 8, here the negative term minus plus, here is minus, so 10 to the power 5 and plus 1. Now if you simplify this, then the value of this function is 10010000500 and the value of this function will be 500100001, and if you subtract this from this, then you will get 95099000499, and this is our final answer. Now you can solve all the expanded form. Next, we have to learn how to find the number of terms of a binomial theorem. There are two theorems or two formula to find the number of terms. At first, if n is odd, then this function x plus a whole to the power n plus x minus a whole to the power n have n plus 1 by 2 number of terms, and similarly if there is minus, then it's also same number of terms. Now second case, if n is even, then the number of term of this function x plus a whole to the power n plus x minus a whole to the power n is n by 2 plus 1, and if any minus here, then the number of terms is n by 2. Understood? So what is the number of term this function? If n is odd, then number of term is n plus 1 by 2, both positive or negative. And if n is even, the number of term, if positive here, then n by 2 plus 1, and if negative here, then it's n by 2. Now try to solve some question. Here is the question. Example, question number 3. 2x minus 5z whole to the power 9. Find the number of terms. So tell me how many terms of a plus b whole square. It's a square plus 2ab plus b square. So how many terms here? 3. If I say a plus b whole cube, so how many terms here? Always a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. So here is 4th term. So those types of function has n plus 1 terms. So the value of n here 9. So here our answer is 9 plus 1. That's mean 10 terms. Okay. Now try to solve this question. So this is a function looks like this function because here n even and also here 10. So it's even function, and here we have to check this is plus or minus. So here is plus. So if here positive, then number of term n by 2 plus 1. So here is the number of term 10 by 2 plus 1. That's mean 5 plus 1 6. Now think that here is 9. So if here is 9, n equal to 9. Now it's a odd. Now tell me how many terms here. So when n is odd, if it's plus or minus, the number of term always n plus 1 by 2. So here the number of term will be 9 plus 1 by 2. That's mean only 5 term. Understood everyone? Now try to solve next question, question number 5. A square plus under root a square minus 1 whole to the power 4 plus a square minus under root a square minus 1 whole to the power 4. Evaluate the values. So here is the given function looks like x plus a whole to the power n plus x minus a whole to the power n. So the formula of x plus a whole to the power n and x minus a whole to the power n always 2 into even terms nc0 x to the power n a to the power 0 plus nc2 x to the power n minus 2 into a square and so on. Now using this formula we get here 2 into 4. The value of n is 4 here. So 4 c0 a square here. So a square whole to the power 0. No, whole to the power 4 here, and under root a square minus 1 whole to the power 0. Next plus 4c2 a square whole to the power 2 and under root a square minus 1 whole to the power also 2 plus 4c4 a square whole to the power 0 and under root a square minus 1 whole to the power 4. Now simplify. So here 2 4c0 means again 1, and it's 8 to the power 4 into 2, that's mean 8, and here is 0, that's mean 1 plus 4c2. 4c2 means 6 a square whole to the power square, that's mean a to the power 4 here, and here under root whole square, that's mean a square minus 1 plus here 4c4, that's mean 1, and a to the a square to the power 0, that's mean 1, and here whole square, a square minus 1 whole square. Now 2 a to the power 8 plus here 6 a to the power 6 and minus 6 a to the power 4, and this is the form of a minus b whole square, that's mean a4 minus 2a square and plus 1. So our final answer is 2 into a to the power 8 plus 6 a to the power 6 minus 5 a to the power 4 minus 2a square plus 1. This is our final answer. Understood everyone? Next, we have to know how to find the general term and middle terms of a binomial expansion. Already we have x plus a whole to the power n is equal to a formula, and the formula is nc0 x to the power n a to the power 0 plus nc1 x to the power n minus 1 a to the power 1 plus nc2 x to the power n minus 2 a square and so on. So we find that the first term is nc0 x to the power n a to the power 0. Second term is nc1 x to the power n minus 1 a to the power 1, and third term is nc2 x to the power n minus 2 a to the power 2, and so on. So tell me, what is the r plus 1 term? So r plus 1 term should be nc, here when here 1, here is 0, for second here is 1, for third here is 2, for r plus 1 here should be only r. Now x to the power, for 1 here is 0 minus, for 2 here is 1 minus, for 3 here is 2 minus. So for r plus 1 here is only r minus. Now here 1, here is 0, here 2, here is 1, here 3, here is 2. So here should be a to the power r, and this is the general term. Okay, and you have to remind as a t r plus 1. So the general term of binomial series is t r plus 1 equal to ncr x to the power n minus r into a to the power r. Now we have to know how to find the middle terms in a binomial expression. Always a binomial expression x plus a whole to the power n has n plus 1 terms. Therefore, if n is even, think that n is even, like n is equal to 2, then the formula x plus a whole square, it's x square plus 2ax plus a square. Just tell me how many terms here? 3 terms. So for n even, there 2 plus 1 term. Okay, now think that n is odd. If n is odd, so how many term here? Here 3 plus 1. Now we have to find the middle term. Tell me, when n is 2, what is the middle term? This is the middle term, actually second position. So how to find the second position? It's 2 by 2 plus 1. Okay, so what is the general term? N by 2 plus 1. This is the general term of n even. So if n is even, then the middle term will be n by 2 plus 1. But when n is odd, it's for n even. And when n is odd, then the general term should be n plus 1 by 2 and n plus 3 by 2. How? Here 2 term. How? Just check. When take n is equal to 3. Now the formula of x plus a whole to the power 3 is x cube plus 3x square a plus 3x a square plus b cube. So just tell me, how many middle term here? Here is the middle term, this 2. Okay, so for in odd there are 2 middle term. Okay, n plus 1 by 2th position and others n plus 3 by 2th position. Now we have to solve some example. Here is the next question, question number 6. Find the general term of x square minus 1 whole to the power 6. So it can be written as a x square plus minus y whole to the power 6. Now what is the general term formula? The general term formula tr plus 1 is equal to ncr x to the power n minus r into a to the power r. So here n means 6. So write here 6 C R. Next, x to the power, that means x square. So x square to the power 6 minus r, and a to the power, a means minus y to the power r. Now it can be written as a, here minus 1 to the power r, here 6r, and here x to the power 12 minus 2r, and here y to the power r. This is our final answer. Now try to solve next question. Here is the next question, question number 7. Find the 13th term in the expression of expansion of 9x minus 1 by 3 under root x whole to the power 18. So clearly 9x minus 1 by 3 under root x, it can be written as a 9x plus minus 1 by 3 under root x whole to the power 18. Now we have to find 13th term, that's mean T13. Now we can write here 13 means 12 plus 1, so here r means 12 and n is 18. So 12 plus 1, NCR formula first. So NCR means 12, 18C 12. Next, x to the power, here is 9x to the power 18, n minus r, that's mean 18 minus 12, and a to the power, a means 1 by 3 under root x whole to the power 12. Now 18C12, so right here only 18C12. Now 9x whole to the power 18 minus 12, that's mean 9x whole to the power 6, and here 3 to the power 12, also x to the under root, so root x to the power 12, that means x to the power 6. Now 18C12 here, so 18C12, 9 to the power 6, 9 to the power 6 means also it 9 to the power 3 to the power 12, and here also 3 to the power 12, so cut, and x to the power 6 also x to the power 6, so only 18C12. Now 18C12 can be written as a 18 factorial by 12 factorial into 18 minus 12, that's mean 6 factorial, and the value of this function is 18564. This is our answer. Understood everyone? Now we have to solve some important problem for our class 11 board exam as well as our JEE exam. So here is the question number 8. In expansion of 1 plus a whole to the power m plus n, prove that the coefficient of a to the power m and a to the power n are equal. So how to solve this problem? So let a and b be the coefficient of a to the power m and a to the power n. Let a be the coefficient of a to the power m and b be the coefficient of a to the power n. Now a is equal to the coefficient of a to the power m of the expansion of 1 plus a whole to the power a plus n. So it's only m plus n c m. Now it can be written as a m plus n whole factorial by m plus n minus m factorial into m factorial. That's mean m plus n whole factorial by m factorial into n factorial, and b be the coefficient of a to the power n, and here is m plus n c n here, so it should be m plus n factorial by m factorial into n factorial. Clearly, it's a equal to b. So, the coefficient of a to the power n and a to the power n in the binomial expression are equal. Understood, everyone? Now try to solve another important problem from NCERT. Here is the next question. Question number 9. Prove that the coefficient of x to the power n in 1 plus x whole to the power 2n, only 2n here, is twice the coefficient of x to the power n in 1 plus x whole to the power 2n minus 1. Again, let a be the coefficient of x to the power n and b be the coefficient of x to the power n of in 1 plus x whole to the power 2n minus 1, and here in 1 plus x whole to the power 2n. So it should be 2n cn and it should be 2n minus 1 cn. Now 2n cn, and that's mean 2n minus 1 factorial by n minus 1 factorial into n factorial, and here is 2, and 2n minus cn, it's 2n minus 1 factorial and n minus 1 factorial, and it's here n factorial. So from here and here, if I write here 1 and here 2, from 1 and 2 we can easily say that a is equal to 2 into b. Just multiply with this function 2, then it's equal to this function. So therefore the coefficient of x to the power n in 1 plus x whole to the power 2n is equal to twice the coefficient of x to the power n in 1 plus x whole to the power 2n minus 1. It's clear, everyone? Here is another important question. Find the coefficient of a5 b7 in a minus 2b whole to the power 12. This is the question number 10. So suppose a to the power 5 and b to the power 7 occur in the r plus 1th term in the expansion of in a minus 2b whole to the power 12. So tr plus 1 equal to, here is n12, 12cr a to the power 12 minus r, and b to the power, b means minus 2b whole to the power r. Here b is 7. So comparing the indices of a as well as b in a to the power 5, b to the power 7, it's clear that r is equal to 7. So the coefficient of a5 b7 is 12c7 into minus 2 whole to the power 7. So 12c7 means 12 factorial by 7 factorial into 12 minus 7 means 5 factorial, and here minus 2 whole to the power 7. Now you can find the value of this function easily. Okay, do it at your home. Okay, try to solve another important question. Find the coefficient of x to the power minus 1 in 1 plus x whole to the power n into 1 plus 1 by x whole to the power n. Clearly, it can be written as 1 plus x whole to the power n, and here if I LCM here 1 plus x by x whole to the power n. So it's 1 plus x whole to the power 2n by x to the power n. So coefficient of x to the power minus 1. So actually here coefficient of x to the power n minus 1 in 1 plus x to the power 2n, and it's 2n it's 2n cn minus 1. So this is our final answer. This is the full class of binomial theorem, and now you can solve all the problem of binomial theorem, but you have to solve. Always practice, practice and practice. Any one book like NCERT, ML Agarwal, R.D. Sharma, anyone, but you have to practice. Understood? And we will be back in the next video with another class. So bye today, and thank you also.